Aquarius. If you are hearing this message on November 13th, 2025, it is not random. It is not coincidence. It is confirmation. Today sits at the center of a rare energetic intersection, a spiritual, astrological, and divine alignment where God, the universe, and your destiny speak at the same time. This is the day where the spiritual pressure you've been feeling suddenly reveals its purpose. This is the day when heaven whispers, your elevation begins now. All the isolation you felt, all the spiritual warfare that almost broke you, all the emotional waves that made no sense, every delay, every redirection, every closed door, it was all leading to this shift. Keep watching, Aquarius, because what I'm about to reveal are 5 prophetic signs proving that your elevation has officially started. Signs you cannot ignore if you want to step into the destiny God prepared for you long before you were born. Let's begin. Sign number 1. The divine separation. God pulled you away to pull you. Higher, Aquarius. Your elevation may be activating today, but its foundation was quietly being built long before you realized it. For months, God has been orchestrating a slow, deliberate separation around your life, a spiritual rearranging that felt confusing at first, but now reveals its purpose. You didn't lose people. You were removed from frequencies that couldn't rise with you. Think back on the last few weeks and months. You've likely felt the shift. Friends who used to understand you suddenly drifting, certain conversations feeling dry, shallow, or pointless, spaces that once felt comfortable now feeling energetically heavy, a strange discomfort with old environments, an overwhelming desire for quiet, solitude, and introspection. Aquarius, that wasn't mood. It was divine intervention. God has been turning the volume down on everything that was blocking your spiritual signal. When heaven prepares you for elevation, the first step is always separation. Not to punish you, but to purify you. Your energy is different from others. It's prophetic, electric, unpredictable, divinely wired. Your frequency picks up spiritual interference faster than any other sign. That's why God couldn't allow certain people, habits, or environments to follow you into this new chapter. Every time you felt isolated, misunderstood, or out of place, heaven was breaking attachments that were silently lowering your vibration. It wasn't abandonment, it was alignment. Astrologically, your ruling planet Uranus has been shaking your inner world like a spiritual earthquake. Sudden endings, emotional highs and lows, schedule shifts, intuitive nudges. All of these were your soul's breaking free moments. What you called chaos was actually preparation. What you called rejection was actually protection. What you called loss was actually elevation in disguise. Aquarius, God needed you to be still so you could hear Him. He needed silence around you so your intuition could sharpen. He needed you alone so He could speak instructions into your spirit that you couldn't receive in noisy, crowded, draining environments. This divine separation is the reason you've been sensing a strange clarity today. Your spirit feels lighter, your emotions feel cleaner, your mind feels quieter, your heart feels more open. That is not coincidence. It is confirmation. Because here's the truth. You cannot carry everyone into the place God is taking you. Elevation exposes who was with you for your journey versus who was only with you for your season. You outgrew the room. You outgrew the conversation. You outgrew the vibration. God hid you so He could heal the parts of you that pain had distorted. He isolated you so He could activate the gifts you didn't know you had. He separated you so He could elevate you without interference. Aquarius, Your new season requires a purified spirit, clean energy, and a higher circle. Heaven has cleared the path. Now, all you have to do is walk it. Sign number 2, the spiritual sensitivity surge. You're hearing God louder than ever, Aquarius. Something extraordinary has been happening inside you. Something you may not fully understand yet, but you can't deny it's real. Your inner world is no longer quiet. It's alive, activated, and vibrating with signals you feel more than you think. What used to be subtle has now become undeniable. Your intuition isn't whispering anymore. It's speaking with authority. Your dreams aren't random scenes. They're messages with meaning. Your emotions aren't scattered. They're spiritual translations. This is the surge of spiritual sensitivity, the activation of a prophetic gift that God has been developing within you in silence. The shift didn't happen overnight, but today, November 13th, it becomes impossible to ignore. You've likely noticed signs, chills that rise up your spine when truth is spoken, sudden inner warnings that stop you from making wrong decisions, powerful urges to reach out, step back, or make a move, emotional waves that feel bigger than the situation, random thoughts that later reveal themselves as divine guidance, dreams that feel like memories from another realm, a sense that you're being prepared, though you don't yet know for what. Aquarius, that is not anxiety, that is not imagination, that is not coincidence, that is communication. God has been tuning your spiritual frequency like a radio tower, adjusting you until you can hear heaven without distortion. Your inner senses are becoming more receptive because your calling requires a higher level of awareness than most people ever access in their lifetime. Your mind is upgrading. Your intuition is sharpening. Your soul is remembering. Astrologically, Neptune, the ruler of mysticism and divine perception, is activating a part of your subconscious that was dormant. This is why symbols, dreams, numbers, and synchronicities are showing up more frequently. The universe is speaking in a language your soul understands, even if your mind is only beginning to catch up. Energetically, the veil between the physical and spiritual world is thinner for you right now. You're stepping into a season where messages from God, your higher self, your ancestors, and divine timing are easier to receive because your heart is finally open enough to hear them. Spiritually, this surge is not random, it's strategic. God does not elevate someone who cannot hear him clearly. He does not promote someone who is spiritually asleep. He does not hand out divine assignments to someone who cannot decode his instructions. So he awakened your senses first. He made your dreams louder. He made your intuition sharper. He made your emotions deeper. He made your inner knowing undeniable. Not to overwhelm you, but to prepare you, Aquarius. The feelings you once mistook for burdens were actually gifts in training. That sensitivity you tried to suppress is the very sensitivity that will guide you through your next season. The chosen ones always feel more because they carry more. You're not just emotionally aware. You're spiritually alert. You're not just intuitive. You're prophetic. You're not just sensitive. You're connected. This surge of inner clarity is your compass. It points you toward doors that God wants you to walk through and warns you away from paths that would derail your destiny. Every nudge, every sign, every whisper has purpose. Your intuition isn't preparing you, it's positioning you. Your dreams aren't random, they're revelation. Your emotional waves aren't instability, they're activation. Today, November 13th, something clicks inside you, a sense of knowing, recognizing, and aligning. You can finally hear heaven clearly because the noise around you and within you has been quieted. For the first time in a long time, you're not confused, you're not lost, you're not searching, you're hearing. And heaven is saying, you are ready for your next level. Sign number 3, the destiny acceleration. What was stuck starts moving instantly. Aquarius. The energy surrounding November 13th is not gentle. It doesn't tiptoe. It doesn't whisper. It pushes, it moves, and it rearranges everything connected to your destiny. This day carries a rare cosmic force known as destiny acceleration. The moment when heaven stops preparing you and starts positioning you. You've been in a season of waiting, watching, healing, and trusting. You've been doing the inner work, lifting your vibration, breaking old patterns, closing karmic chapters, and nurturing your inner growth. But despite all that effort, life felt like it was on pause, like the universe was buffering. You weren't wrong. It was buffering. God was syncing your timeline with divine timing. And today, Aquarius, that loading bar reaches 100%. Destiny acceleration means that what was blocked is suddenly open. What was delayed starts unfolding, and what was silent becomes loud with opportunity. It feels like the universe takes a deep breath and says, now. You'll start noticing movement in places that felt dead. Connections rekindle with purpose. Opportunities you forgot about resurface. Resources appear right when you need them. Your goals finally have traction. Ideas that felt impossible suddenly have a way forward. People show up who want to help, not hinder. Delays dissolve without explanation. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. For months, you may have wondered why nothing was shifting, even though your spirit was evolving. You questioned whether you were doing something wrong or missing something important. But what looked like stagnation was God's way of protecting the promise. Sometimes God slows the timing, so the blessing will meet you at the right version of yourself, Aquarius. If you had received what you're about to receive 6 months ago, you wouldn't have been ready. You would have doubted it, sabotaged it, or shrunk yourself to fit old environments, so God kept you still, silent, hidden, aligned, strengthened. And once the inner foundation was built, the acceleration began. Astrologically, this shift is being charged by a powerful combination. Mars, pushing you into action and clearing obstacles. Uranus, breaking apart old structures and timelines. The Sun, illuminating your purpose and giving you clarity. Pluto, completing karmic cycles and allowing rebirth. This cosmic lineup doesn't happen by accident. It activates your destiny like a spiritual ignition switch. And when destiny accelerates, it doesn't move gently. It moves instantly. You might experience ideas manifesting faster than you can process, sudden clarity that removes years of confusion, unexpected messages or invitations, job, business, or financial breakthroughs out of nowhere. Soul connections entering your life at the perfect moment, a surge of motivation and direction. Doors opening that were sealed shut for years. It may feel overwhelming, like the energy is coming at you faster than you can keep up with. But this is good overwhelm, the kind that confirms heaven is finally moving on your behalf. This acceleration isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. God is saying, I wasn't denying you, I was preparing you. I wasn't delaying you, I was protecting you. Now that you're ready, I will restore everything you lost. Everything that went quiet is about to speak. Everything that went still is about to move. Everything that looked dead is about to resurrect. And the most powerful shift of all, you won't have to chase anything. What belongs to you will come toward you. Because when God decides it's your season of elevation, nothing can stop the momentum. Not fear, not timing, not people, not systems, not limitations, not even your past, Aquarius. Your destiny is no longer crawling. It's not walking. It's not pacing. It is running toward you. Fast, focused, unstoppable. And all you have to do is keep moving with the momentum. Heaven is releasing today. Sign number 4, the identity shift. You're letting go of who you were. Aquarius, out of all the signs that your elevation has begun, this one is the most sacred, the most personal, and the most transformative. Because it doesn't start around you, it starts within you. The true sign of divine elevation is not a blessing, a breakthrough, or a miracle. It's the moment your soul begins shedding the version of you that can no longer travel into your next chapter. You've been feeling it, even if you haven't had the words for it. You're not behaving like the old you. You're not thinking like the old you. You're not reacting like the old you. Your patience is different. Your boundaries are different. Your tolerance is different. Your priorities are different. This is the identity shift, the spiritual equivalent of outgrowing your own skin. In the past weeks and months, something inside of you has been quietly transforming. Habits that once comforted you now feel draining. People who once entertained you now feel energetically heavy. Environments that once matched your vibe now feel too small. Patterns that once controlled you now feel foreign. Distractions that once appealed to you now feel meaningless. You may even feel disconnected from parts of your personality you used to cling to. The people-pleasing, the overgiving, the shrinking, the explaining, the waiting for validation that never came. Aquarius, this is not an identity crisis. This is identity correction. God is removing the version of you that was built from survival, fear, disappointment, heartbreak, and old cycles that were never meant to define your future. He is replacing it with the version that mirrors your calling, your purpose, and your divine assignment. It's not that you're changing, you're remembering. You're remembering who you were before the world told you who you had to be. You're remembering the strength that got buried under years of responsibility. You're remembering the voice that was silenced to keep peace with others. You're remembering the dreams you hid because they were too big for the environment you were in. This shift is not random. It is required. The elevation God is releasing into your life demands stronger boundaries so you don't give your energy to the wrong places, clearer discernment so you can recognize what's divine and what's distracting, refined energy so your aura stays aligned with abundance, deeper self-worth so you no longer accept bare minimum love or opportunities, a higher spiritual identity so you operate from purpose rather than pain. Astrologically, Pluto, the planetary architect of rebirth, is pushing you to release everything built on insecurity, trauma, or emotional scarcity. It's breaking down the old version of you so that the truest, highest, most aligned version can emerge without resistance. That's why you're no longer controlled by your past. You're no longer replaying old wounds. You're no longer repeating generational patterns. You're no longer pretending to be fine when your spirit wants more. You're no longer sacrificing yourself just to keep the peace. You are outgrowing anything that dims what God is activating in you. And yes, this shift can feel uncomfortable. You may feel like you're standing between who you were and who you're becoming. You may feel detached from old circles or strange in old routines. You may feel like your personality is resetting. That discomfort is not a warning. It's a confirmation. It means you're stepping into the identity God intended for you before life placed limitations on you. Today, November 13th, your soul whispers with clarity, "I'm ready to be who I truly am." This shift will feel like inner peace replacing old anxiety, confidence rising where doubt used to live, direction appearing where confusion once ruled, intuition guiding decisions instead of fear, compassion softening anger, purpose pushing out procrastination. Your elevation begins the moment you stop trying to resurrect the old you and Aquarius. That moment has already come. The old identity has fallen away. The new one is rising, pure, powerful, aligned, ready. You're not stepping into a new chapter. You're stepping into a new version of yourself. Sign number 5. The divine assignment. God is calling you into your higher purpose, Aquarius. This is the sign that completes the journey. The moment everything you've been feeling, sensing, and experiencing finally makes sense. All the shifts inside you, all the changes around you, all the whispers from your intuition have been pointing toward one thing. Your divine assignment is awakening for weeks, maybe months. You felt a quiet pull inside you, something subtle yet persistent, something you couldn't shake no matter how distracted or busy you became. A strange inner tug, a knowing without proof, a restlessness in your spirit, a sense that your life is about to expand beyond anything you've known. That's because God has been preparing you for a mission that goes far beyond the material world. You weren't created to blend in. You weren't designed to follow trends. You weren't built for small thinking or temporary paths. You were born to lead, elevate, and awaken, Aquarius. You carry a frequency that is not ordinary. You walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. You speak and people feel truth. Not because you are loud, but because your spirit vibrates at a different level. You've always been ahead of your time, misunderstood by many and deeply seen by few. This is not weakness, it is assignment. God placed a mantle on your life long before you had language for it. You are a visionary, one who sees possibility where others see limits. You are a messenger, one through whom divine wisdom flows naturally. You are a disruptor, sent to break stagnation and awaken sleeping spirits. You are a carrier of prophecy, drawn to truth, depth, and higher realms. You are a catalyst, born to bring change, healing, and clarity wherever you go. For years, that power sat dormant inside you, not because you lacked ability, but because the timing wasn't right. God protects big assignments with seasons of spiritual incubation. But today, November 13th, the incubation season ends. Your activation begins. You may suddenly feel pulled towards something new. A project, a mission, a calling, a purpose bigger than anything you imagined. Starting something bold and unconventional, launching a purpose-driven work or message, stepping into leadership or influence, guiding, teaching, or mentoring others, breaking generational patterns through your actions, speaking truth with courage, moving into roles where your wisdom matters, helping others awaken to their spiritual path. These urges are not random thoughts. They are assignments being downloaded into your spirit. Astrologically, Jupiter, the planet of purpose, expansion, and divine calling, is amplifying your sense of direction. It's widening your path and marking your next steps with clarity. You may feel your confidence rising, your vision expanding, or your ambition sharpening. That is Jupiter expanding your spiritual capacity. Energetically, your aura is shifting. People will start noticing you differently. Your presence will feel stronger. Your words will carry more weight. Your intuition will speak louder. Your decisions will shape your future faster than ever before. Spiritually, Heaven is aligning you with the people who need your voice, your gifts, and your leadership. You will attract souls who resonate with your purpose, not your past. You will meet those who activate your next level, not drain your current one. This is not just another stage of your life. It is a soul shift. God is saying, you are being appointed, not just awakened. You are being positioned, not just inspired. I am giving you a role in the awakening of others. Your purpose is not small. Your calling is not accidental. Your influence is not coincidence. You were chosen because your spirit holds wisdom far older than your age. You were chosen because you see truth before others recognize it. You were chosen because your compassion, intellect, and intuition form a rare frequency the world needs now. And starting today, the universe will orchestrate events that place you exactly where you're meant to be. Doors will open, voices will call, opportunities will align, and you will feel a level of clarity and courage that tells you, I was born for this moment. Aquarius, your divine assignment is not ahead of you. It has already begun. Your elevation is no longer a prophecy. It is a reality. And from this moment forward, you will not be able to ignore the calling on your life. And neither will anyone else, Aquarius. Take a deep breath. What you're feeling right now is real. This isn't hype, coincidence, or imagination. This is spiritual confirmation. Today, November 13th, 2025, marks the moment your destiny shifts permanently. You are stepping into a season where God elevates you, your energy strengthens, your intuition sharpens, your path clears, your identity evolves, your purpose activates. Every struggle you faced recently was shaping you. Every delay was protecting you. Every ending was redirecting you. Every quiet moment was training you. Aquarius, you are not entering elevation. You are becoming it. Before you leave, type this in the comments to seal your new timeline. I accept my elevation. I step into God's plan. Or, I am ready for my November 13th destiny shift. Your words are powerful. Speak your future into existence. And if this message felt like divine timing, like truth, like activation, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with another Aquarius who needs this confirmation. Today, your elevation has already begun. Your next chapter is blessed, and the universe is moving everything into place for you. Aquarius, welcome to your season of divine rise. Your destiny starts now.